making cars moves us. What moves you?
The issue came to a head last week during a hearing on GMH's financial status.
Unfortunately, the construction company is not responsible. They have brought the person in, but they have no financial responsibility.
If they're H2 laborers and they're sponsoring them here, they're responsible.
This is what my talk with Director Mackey encounters, that the employers are not responsible.
We'll just have it out in the media
Yeah.
that I will accidentally drop the listing of the $498,000 worth of billing someplace by my office, and if somebody wants to find it and publish it, those companies will come in very quickly to pay.
Senator Cruz FOIA'd the list from GMH in February. It shows about $490,000 is owed by H2 workers to GMH.
I decided I was going to send their FOIA request because I noticed Reliable got that big national award. And when I got the report, I see that Reliable has about $40,000 worth of billings on this thing. Unex, everybody else, Inland, I mean, all of them are in there, except for the really big ones. No, actually, even Cortex listed in here. So everybody is on this list, and they need to go to the hospital and pay up their bill.
There's nothing to stop the worker from going out, buying a ticket on their own, and then leaving the island. They don't have any enforcement authority, neither does GMH, to prevent the individual. And according to Director Massey, the law does not require employers to be responsible for medical bills.
When a laborer is brought into the hospital and they ask you when you're filling in the sheet, who's going to be responsible for this? These people have to come in with a letter, or at least one of those foremen or supervisors that sign on and say, our company will be responsible for this bill.
So because these companies are responsible?
They are responsible.
And the law requires that the employer approach GMH with what's called an exit clearance before the worker leaves. Those have been done on every single case. Now, whether or not they're clear or not, really what happens now is GMH is put on notice that when they get that exit clearance, this guy's leaving. Now it's up to them to collect, and through whatever means, and again, they have means through the legal system or wherever.
The director of the Department of Labor's Alien Labor Division, Greg Massey, he points out there are some unresolved questions about employer responsibility for their H2 workers' medical bills.
It's a lot more complicated than it seems on face value, because these benefits, once you say the employer is going to be responsible for a private bill, that's a benefit, and you need to extend those benefits to the U.S. workers. Your H2s cannot have benefits that exceed those that are offered to U.S. workers.
Even though we can go after them, and we will, I don't think that. I think that this is something that requires more discussion to perhaps give it some more teeth.
Your law is sufficient enough to mandate this?
We thought it was, and they're saying that it's not. So we're thinking about an amendment to it right now, where if you get listed on this deadbeat list, that you're not going to get any additional H2 laborers.
Senator Cruz is his concerns are well noted, and we respect him, and we want to work with him on it.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.